Howdy folks. I'm out here for a hike today at Allegany State Park in New York. Most people are familiar with the Alleghenies in Pennsylvania, but I'm on the New York side. Although I'm taking a trail that will lead us right to the border of Pennsylvania and New York. A nice, moderate trail, only about 3 miles, a little loop. It's called the Black Snake Mountain Trail. It's a nice, pleasant winter day. About 30-35 degrees, right around that freezing mark. But it's calm, no wind, no snow, no rain. So I think we're gonna have a pretty nice hike. Folks, we're off to a great start on this hike. Really scenic. Gotta stop and look at this creek. It's really flowing. Coming up on another bridge. Always like a nice bridge on the trail. So it looks like the trail is going to take us right up here on this ridge. I'm a little out of shape. Have not been hiking as much lately. Haven't been out for a couple of weeks now. Just keep getting hit with horrible weather whenever I have my days off work, where it's either too cold, like dangerous cold, or roads are too bad from snow and ice. Lucked out today, beautiful day today. But I gotta get used to this again. It's so easy to get out of shape with hiking. We got a little mini bridge here. Also looks like people just go around it, but I'll go across it. I think I know why they're going around it. It's all thick with like icy lumps. But I made it across, okay. So we're about halfway or so up this ridge. Trail's being pretty nice to me, and it's been a nice slow elevation, long and slow, but I'd rather do that than really steep, especially with the snow. It's a little more aggravating slipping around in the snow. The last time I was in this park, I was on a trail, ended up doing about 9 miles, I think, really steep uphill for a long time. So I really shouldn't complain here. This is pretty easy comparatively. I'm just out of shape, out of breath. Oh. You can see right to my left, right next to the trail, it drops off. I don't think I'll slip. I have my walking stick, but it was a little treacherous with the snow. It's a very wet, slippery snow. Well, the view's getting pretty nice. We're almost to the top. Let's keep going. I'm taking a break when I get to the top, but not yet. All right, so it looks like I've just about reached the top. Which is good because I'm out of breath. So somewhere up ahead, I'm gonna treat myself to a little break, catch my breath and drink some water before I continue my hike. It's good to stay hydrated, don't overdo it. I feel like I'm starting to sweat, so I'm gonna stop and cool off so I don't get too wet in the cold out here. All right, folks, we're up at the top of the ridge here. I still haven't taken my break yet, but we're pretty much right on the border of Pennsylvania and New York right now. I'm actually going the opposite direction. I'm supposed to be going the other way to complete my loop, but the trail continues this way, and I'm just gonna follow it for a little bit since we're right on the border. I know there's some cool old stone markers. I think there should be one the other direction on the way back. But as long as I'm up here and I don't have to walk uphill, I'm going to explore and see if we can find anything along the border. Okay, folks, I turned around. I went that way for a little while, but didn't find what I was looking for, and looked like the trail was starting to split away from the border. So I'm going back the way I'm supposed to go to finish my loop, and I'll be keeping my eye out for anything interesting. Hopefully it's not covered in snow. Gas rig out here in the middle of the trail up on the mountain. Kind of interesting. Ooh, it stinks though. You can smell the gas coming out of it. Whew. Gas rig. According to my GPS, we're actually technically in Pennsylvania, just over the border, but that might not be accurate. We are still technically on the trail of Allegany State Park, New York. We're looking for an old-timey stone marker for the border. Yet another gas well here. It's the third or fourth one we've seen on this path. At least it's easy walking. You can tell this is meant to be a road, but it's just all snowed in. They must have to access those at some point. But it's also technically the trail, so I'm okay with that. Actually, another gas well down there in the trees. Looks like maybe there's a little road to access it up here. They're everywhere. And the trail is getting off the road back here. You see it goes down the mountain too, but the trail continues on. I'm going to stick with it. It looks like the only things are creatures, what have you, that have used the trail have been animals. Looks like maybe deer tracks, so it's pretty thick. But I'm gonna keep going this way a bit. I'm not one to give up quick or easy. See if we can get through it. Hey folks, I've been following this very snowed in trail for a little while. Still haven't seen the stone marker I was hoping for. Slipping all over the place. Slipping all over, my camera's starting to die on me. And looks like we're definitely over the border into Pennsylvania. So my plan right now is to keep going. I'm following the blue markers on the trees. Can't really see where the actual trail is because it's so snowed in. Check my GPS in a little bit if I'm going the wrong direction. Whoa, I just went down in the snow pretty deep. Yeah, just fell in a huge hole. Okay, I'm okay though. So my plan is to keep going, following these blue markers for a little while. If it's looking bad after a little while, I'm just going to backtrack and go down that access road. But I have enough time and energy to keep trying the snowed-in trail. Okay folks, so I'm done with the thick part of the trail here. That was right over here. I just came through. You see the sign. We at least were on the right trail. We started on Black Snake. We stayed on Black Snake. So I popped out on this road here. Goes that way and this way. We're going to take it this way because according to my GPS, I'm pretty well into Pennsylvania and I'm parked in New York, so I don't want to get too lost out here. I feel like I may have taken a wrong turn with everything being so snowy. I definitely didn't find that the stone marker I was talking about. I think it was covered in snow. But I was actually on the same trail last winter, about the same time, and I found it and it was really cool. But before I was filming and sharing on YouTube. I was hoping to find it this time, but a lot more snow this year, so I think everything was covered. I'm gonna have to come back in the spring or the summer after the snow thaws and see if I can find it and show it to you guys. But for now, I'm just gonna enjoy this nice easy walk down this mountain road. Hopefully it takes me in the right direction so I can safely get out of here sometime today. It's a beautiful day though, so I'm not in a rush. I'm gonna enjoy the fresh air and the hike. Well folks, a good bit of time has passed since I last turned my camera on. I think the last I was talking to you, we were on a really nice road. I thought I was going down the mountain, but I checked my GPS and I was going the wrong direction. I think I was going down the other side of it, deeper into Pennsylvania. So I turned onto another logging road that I thought would turn me around, but it just put me in another direction, wrong way. And then I made the foolish choice to just hop into the woods and try to get back in the right direction, which I kind of am, but it's been a struggle. The snow is pretty deep in the woods, anywhere from knee or higher. But I just came out, found one of the gas wells, not one I've been to already, but another one. And I'm on the access road for the gas well right now. Still fairly deep snow, but it's not as deep as my knees. So I'm making it a little bit quicker. I'm hoping I can follow these roads back in the right direction and make it out of here before dark. That's the plan. Well, the journey is not over yet. Those logging roads, the last ones I was on, they did get me much better in the direction I need to be. But ultimately they dead-ended. So I had to go off trail again. And now I'm on this creek, which looks like it should take me back to where I was before a little while ago on the trail I came in on. So I think pretty soon I'll be back on track. Definitely wasn't expecting to get lost like this, but sometimes it happens. You just gotta stay calm and do the best you can to get out of there. Preferably, you should just turn around. I should have turned around a long time ago instead of trying to get off trail and make my own way. But I'm gonna double check. I think I just have to go up the ridge a little back on trail. Check my map here. Well, I was completely wrong about that route. Basically just pushed me into a circle right back onto the logging road that I was on. So I'm gonna keep going and find a new way. Eventually I'm gonna get out of here. Wish me luck. Okay, a little update. The logging roads I was on, or I should call them gas roads. I don't think they're logging roads. I think it's just for those gas things. Kept dead ending. I got a little bit in the right direction, not as much as I'd like. I'm now on a creek. I went off trail into the woods, and it looks like this creek can get me close to the road I want to be to. So I'm gonna follow the creek for a while because the deep snow has just been kicking my butt. My legs are killing me, but I think I'll make it out. Let's keep moving. Walking along. Here is an antler just waiting for us. It's frozen. It's stuck hard. It looks like it may be attached to a head still. There could be a whole deer under the snow. I was going to take the antler, but I can't move it and I don't have anything to cut it. But I'm just going to take it as a good sign that I'm on the right track. I'm going to keep following this creek, hopefully to freedom. Well, folks, the sun is going down, starting to get dark. Still stuck out here, but I think I'm actually sort of getting close to getting out. I've gone on a couple different of those gas roads. I had to go off trail a few times, slid down a few hills, walked a creek. When I'm back on one of the gas roads, and I can see up ahead, there's a bridge, which is a good sign. So, since it's getting dark and it's going to be hard for me to film, and I think I'm almost out of this mess I got myself into, figured I'm gonna go ahead and wrap the video up. I will put on the screen the tracked GPS hike, the total mileage. It's supposed to be a 3-mile loop, nice and easy. Last time I checked, I was already over 6 miles, so we'll probably have 7 or 8 by the time we're done here. But I'll put that on the screen. You guys can check it out. And then, you know, of course, hit that subscribe if you haven't. Click like if you like outdoor content. Please give me a little support. This is a rough one. I mean, I like being outdoors, but I didn't plan on getting lost for 4 or 5 hours in the snowy mountains. I also learn from it, you know. Turn back early if you need to. Don't do what I do and just keep going forward looking for a new route. Because it really, I'm paying for it. My legs are paying for it. They're sore. But anyway, I'm almost done. I can think I see some signs up ahead even. It's looking very, very promising. So I'm gonna say goodbye to y'all, get myself out of here, go home and get warm, get some dinner, and I will see you next time.